Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar. My name is Kasturi from Unilever Food Solutions, which is one of the leading food service providers globally. Our presenter today is the Culinary Chef Experience Advisor of Unilever Food Solutions, KZN, Chef Mary Worthington. The busy season is here, and Chef Mary will share some tips of preparing for the festive season. Just a little housekeeping before we get started. If you have any questions during the presentation, please type them into the question box. Chef Mary will answer them after the presentation. Now, without further ado, we will turn our time over to Chef Mary.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the festive season. So we know that this time of the year is such a busy time in the kitchens. And so I thought I would just share a little bit of festive season with you and just a bit of festive cheer. So what I'm going to do today, we'll chat about planning and preparation, but I'm sure by now you should be prepared and ready to run for that festive season that you're going to be having in your establishment. So I'm going to just prepare 3 very simple dishes for you and just show you how easy it is to actually work with our products and just share a couple of benefits that may help you during the festive season. So I'm going to prepare 3 dishes, a starter, very simple starter, main, and a dessert. So I think we should get going. So the first dish I'm going to prepare for you is going to be a potato flapjack, and that is using our Knorr mashed potato flakes. Very, very versatile. I really like this product. It is so versatile, and there's a lot you can do with it. It's unseasoned, 99% real potato, so you can change it up your way. You can add your own signature, and the best part of all is there's actually no wastage, and it just takes a couple of minutes to prepare. So my starter is going to be a potato flapjack, and that is what it is going to look like. There, I've already pre-made some, but I'll quickly just run through the makeup of the mash just to show you how quick and easy it is. And then on that, I'm going to top some little salad greens, a little bit of smoked salmon. I'm going to grill off a few prawns with our Robertson's fish spice and a little bit of veggie seasoning, just to show you that the veggie seasoning is not just for vegetables. And then I've got a little bit of a raspberry vinaigrette, which I'll chat about just now, and then top it with a little bit of Knorr Hollandaise sauce. So really, really simple, ready to go sauce, easy to use. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to start with the mashed flapjacks, just to show you how easy it is. So we need to make mash. So I'm going to make just 50 grams, so really, really small quantity, but it'll make about 20 little flapjacks. So depending on how you want to plate it, it's up to you. So no seasoning is added into this, so it allows you to add your own seasoning. I'm going to add a little bit of butter. Hope you can all see that. And I'm going to add a little bit of Knorr arrowroot. Okay. And a little bit of veggie seasoning. All right. So that'll go in there. And then I'm going to bring that up to the boil. As soon as it comes up to the boil, I'm going to add in a bit of milk, and I'm going to stir in the Knorr mashed flakes. 99% real potato. I really love this product. It's such a versatile product. You can infuse it. You can do your mash. You can do your gnocchi. You can add caramelized onion through it. Whole grain mustard, just depending on what your dishes are. Top your cottage pies. There's so much you can do with it. So today we're going to try the flapjack. So water comes to the boil. I'm going to switch that off. There's no more need to do any more cooking. And I'll get the whisk. I'm going to add in, so I'll take it completely off the boil. And I'm going to add in some cold milk. And the makeup is on the box, very simple. It is also gluten-free as well, so that's also a nice benefit. these days we have a lot of dietary requirements from different customers, so sometimes it's difficult to find something else to use, or what ingredients you're not sure what to use in the kitchen, but this is gluten-free and obviously vegetarian. So just mix it in there. I hope you can all see that, just until I say start cooking up baby porridge. Once it all comes together, put the lid on, and that is now going to stand for 2 minutes. And that is all you need to do to the mash. All right. So just to speed things up a little bit, I only have a very short time with you guys. That mash will then go into a bowl, and it needs to be cooled completely. All right. So then what you would do is add in 1 egg and add in 60 grams of flour. The recipe is actually Chef T's recipe or Chef Taborko's recipe. It's a beautiful recipe, and it is on our ufs.com on our website, so do go there and have a look at it. So you'd add in the flour, and you will add in your egg, and then you need to just make it like a thick flapjack batter. If it's a little bit thick, you can just add a little bit of water. All right, and then you can decide what size you want to make your flapjack. So I've decided that this is going to be a starter. This could also go very nicely. A few weeks ago, I was showing everybody how to do a breakfast option. This is now going to be a starter option. So I've decided that I want to serve 2 little flapjacks, and out of that quantity of 50 grams, I can make 20 flapjacks out of it. So it does go quite far. Or you can do 1 big one. You can pre-make them ahead of time. They're nice and soft and easy to work with. All right, so the next option now is I'm going to just grill off a few prawns. So I just want to get my pan hot, because that is going to go accompany the dish. And here I have some deep fried capers. I have made a little vinaigrette with the Harmon's French salad dressing. I've just crushed a few little fresh raspberries to make like a raspberry vinaigrette. I'm looking for that Christmassy feel with a bit of fruit coming through, and a little bit of chopped chives. All right, so that is really pre-made. 1 or 2 raspberries, because I know they're very expensive. I've got some baby salad leaves here, which I will use, and I've got a little bit of salmon. I literally am going to give everybody like 25 grams, so it's just a small little portion. All right, so okay, I've got some heat there. Perfect. All right, so I'm just quickly going to toss in the prawns. So what I've done here is I've got a combination of fish spice, Robertson's fish spice, with a bit of veggie seasoning. I'm going to just toss it into the pan. And I've got my prawns cleaned. Thanks, guys. I want to burn the butter. I put a little bit of oil in there because I don't want to burn the butter. And I'm just going to season those through. So our Robertson's spices are intense flavors. You only need a little bit, 10 grams to a kg. So a little bit goes a long way.
Chef Mary, you wouldn't season in advance?
You can season in advance, just sometimes it does draw, it adds flavor. The veggie seasoning will rehydrate. But sometimes what happens is it also draws some of the moisture out of your meat. So you don't like to season too far in advance. All right, so we'll just toss this through, and they'll take a few minutes. And I mean, you could add some fresh herb to it or whatever else you would like to. That's the nice thing about the Robertson spices. You've got a really good intense flavor there. And just turn that down just a fraction. All right. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 little flapjacks. I hope that you can see that. Can you see that?
Yes, yes.
Kasturi's nodding her head, so I presume she can. I just want to turn the prawns over. flapjacks, once you've made the batter, I actually just use a bit of spray and pan because there is butter that goes into the batter mix. Whoops, lucky I made a few extras. Thanks, Cass. What you got doing there? Thank you. Just wet this cloth for me, Cass. Thank you very much. Sorry about that. All right, so now what I'm going to do is just top those 2 little pancakes with some little micro herbs, and I've got some little beautiful baby leaves. Like that, and just create a little stack. And that's us. Okay, then I'm going to just top on my warm prawns. And I want to create just a little bit of height here if I can. There we are. Okay. Thanks, Gus. And then on the other side, I've got just a little bit of smoked salmon, smoked trout. And I'm literally just going to make a little rose there. Okay. And then I've got a little bit of the drizzle of the vinaigrette. So it's gone a little bit pink. It's just because of the raspberries that have been added to it. And I added a little bit of veggie seasoning in there as well. So that just cuts off the acidity. Lemon always goes well with fish. And then I've got some deep fried capers. So I literally don't need much. I'm going to put 3 on, nice and crispy, and you get that lovely saltiness. It should be fun. Thanks, Cass. And then the normal hollandaise sauce. So this is ready to go. Comes in a 1 liter, ready to go. You can heat it up or you can use it as is. So today, I'm actually not even going to heat it up. I put it into a little squeezy bottle. And what I'm going to do is just do a 25 ml drizzle over it. Okay, that's more than enough. All right. And then I'm going to just add in a few more micro herbs on top because I'm just looking for a bit of heart. And just break 2 little berries up. I'm looking for that lovely little Christmas feeling, or even 1. This is quite a big raspberry. And then I've got a little bit of dill. Dill goes very nicely with seafood. Yeah. And there is your little starter. Okay, so there is the potato flapjacks, very simple to make them ahead of time, grill a few prawns, a little bit of smoked salmon, make a quick little dressing with some raspberries, bring in that Christmas feeling, and a little bit of smoked salmon, drizzle some hollandaise sauce over the top. No need to even cook it up. All right. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one. And I'm going to take away the mash. Or what I can show you is what it looks like. So this needs to be completely cold. All you would do is take a spoon and just fold it through, and it's ready to go. Seasoned with Robertson's veggie seasoning and a bit of aromat. And of course, you can season it your way as well. Okay. All right, so we'll move on. And we're going to move on to the main course. Just pop that in the corner if I can. Yeah. All right, so the main course, I'm also going to keep that quite simple because I'm thinking about what happens in the kitchen and how busy you all are. And this is a really nice chicken dish, but of course your gammon and your turkeys and your pork are all very popular this time of the year. So, thank you, Cass. Just take that for me as well. Thanks, Cass. All right, so we're ready to go. So I've got a fresh basil chicken with sweet chili glaze, and that is going to be my chicken dish. It's been stuffed with, there we are. Sorry, it's been stuffed with feta cheese, veggie seasoning, and cranberry. So I'm bringing in a bit of sweet and salty, that whole Christmassy feeling. And this is Heidi's. I can't claim this because this is actually Chef Heidi's delicious recipe. I love it every Christmas. I always like to use it and like to show Christmas because it's such a simple dish. So flatten your chicken fillets and then mix your stuffing together. This is also on our website. And then just fill your chicken. So it looks like that. Then you make a little topping with Robertson's chicken spice and Parmesan cheese grated, and that goes on top of your chicken. All right, so I'll pop that on top like that. And that goes into the oven to cook off for about 20 minutes. Just depends how big your chicken breasts are. And no need to use skewers. You can just butterfly them, flatten them a little bit more, and then just roll it up with a filling inside. And you get this lovely sweet tartness from the cranberries. And there's also some fresh, I forgot to mention, there's some fresh basil in there as well, which is delicious. Yeah. All right, so with the chicken, I'm going to do some little baby potatoes, and here I have some potatoes which I have already boiled or steamed. I've got some chicken potato seasoning, so I'm going to use that on them, and I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper to it. Okay. And a little bit of fresh thyme to that. Okay, and then just make a nice mix. So I think what I'll do is I'll put a little bit of oil over, and then I'll just rub it over, and then I'm going to pop it in the oven. So let's get that on. Okay. And I must say thank you to Kasturi throughout the entire year while we've been preparing our webinars. Kasturi has been amazing. She's helped us with every single one of our webinars, get us all ready, get all our adverts out, get them all approved. So yeah, thank you, Kas, for that. And then some lovely fresh thyme is going to go onto that. I might throw that for a garnish. I think that's more than enough. The same thing with the Robertson's chicken potato seasoning. You really do not need a lot. So you can either use it on your chips, your wedges. You can season it once your chips come out. You can cook with it. You can add other ingredients to it. So what I'm going to do is just turn those over. So don't throw that little bit away. I might just finish it off later with that. And you need 10 grams to a kg of cooked potatoes. That's the guideline, depending on what else you are adding to. So I did weigh, I think I've got about 350 grams of potatoes, so I worked on 3 grams to be exact. Okay, so those are going to go into a nice hot oven. Hopefully that shouldn't take too long. And the chicken is going to go into the oven as well for 20 minutes. And then just to speed things up up a little bit, I have prepared some chicken. So once it comes out of the oven, that is what it looks like. And then I'm still going to prepare a beautiful glaze that goes over that. And that consists of, I've got apple juice, okay? I've got some apple juice. I've got some fresh coriander, and I've got some Knorr sweet chili. So there we have a beautiful range of sauces that you can choose from. That will all be very nice. So this will create now the little glaze that's going to go over the chicken. So just mix it all together. And that will be the glaze that goes over the chicken. So these are all ingredients that you should have in your kitchen. So easy to use. What I really like about this recipe is I can literally make it as an individual portion for a la carte. I can make it as a buffet portion. And I can also make it as a catering portion. So if you do an event or something like that, it works for all of those, and you can just scale up the recipe. Very, very nice recipe, and lovely for your dailies as well. So easy to use. So what I'm going to do here is some of this will go on the other chicken. I will just put the glaze over there, and then this will go in the oven for another 10 minutes. The chicken is almost cooked, and we'll just keep it nice and moist. And I'll share that for the other one. Okay, so this will go back in the oven, and then we can go on to the veggies. So the veggies are going to be very simple, just some beautiful green fresh veggies. So I've blanched off some long stem broccoli, and I've got some beans, I've got some mange too, butter. I'm going to use the Robinson's veggie seasoning to go with that as a seasoning, and then just top it with a little bit of sesame seeds. Okay, so what we can do now is we can start with the veggies so long. Castlery, are there any questions so far?
No question.
No questions. No. Perfect. Okay, great. So the sesame seeds I have toasted as well. That just brings out the flavor. Always nice to toast all your nuts, and of course that's also part of Christmas is your nuts, your cinnamon, all your sweets. So we've got Knorr honey soy, which you could use. We've got sweet and sour. You can make a good glaze for your gammon by adding using the Knorr honey soy and sweet and sour sauce. You can mix it together. We've got sweet chili, so all lovely, delicious flavors. And lots of nice butter. It's a nice time to indulge. So I'm going to add in some Robinson's veggie seasoning. Got a little bit left in the bottom of my container. A little bit. And there as well, the Robinson's veggie seasoning, you can season up to 77 kgs of roasting veg. So it just depends what you're doing as well. So it goes a long way. All those beautiful herbs, the garlic, the pimento, and the bits of onion and what have you, it all just rehydrates. So all real veggies. Okay, so let's pop that into there. I'll add that in first, and then I'll toss in the veggies. The veggies I've just blanched, so I've tried to retain the color. So blanch them or steam them and into ice cold water to retain their color, and then I'll just basically flash fry them back in the butter. So I don't need all of these. They're still nice and crispy. And the veggie seasoning is a really nice all-purpose seasoning as well, suitable for your vegans. If you've got any vegans, it's all just veggies added to that with some seasoning. And the same for our brown spices. So our chicken spice, barbecue, steak and chop, fish spice has no meat in it. So it is completely suitable for vegans. The other day I was at a customer and they were like, oh, chef, please can you help me? I don't know what to do with my vegans. And I went into their storeroom, and their storeroom was just full of Robertson's seasoning. So I said, come with me, let me show you on the side of the pack what is vegan friendly. So she was so chuffed when she realized that she actually had so many seasonings in her pantry that she could actually use in her dishes. Okay, so I think those are ready to go, nice and buttery. So I'm going to pop that over there. Cassie, if I can just have a plate. See what it looks like. Okay, so I think those are sauteed off enough. And I don't know if you can see that. Delicious. You can see all the veggies have rehydrated, and it just makes such a difference when you have a look at it in terms of peel, as well as the beautiful flavor that comes through. And that's really nice for your, especially for your delis on your hot counters where you see your food sitting in bain-maries. Okay, so I'm going to mix that. And I'm going to pour my chicken. Good. Okay, I'll just let those potatoes go a few more minutes. And then, so there is the chicken. So just give it a little rest, and then I'm going to actually just cut it in half and pop it on the plate. Okay, so I'm just waiting for the potatoes. As soon as those are done, then I can start plating up. So very, very simple. If you didn't want to do a glaze, that's also okay. I mean, perhaps you might like to use one of our beautiful brown sauces, which are going to save you so much time. We've got the brown sauce, we've got a demi-glace, which you can create your own sauce. You can add it to your pan drippings. You can do all your classical sauces, or we've got our premium, which is absolutely amazing, which is the Knorr jus. I mean, that saves you 2 days of preparation, and there's absolutely no wastage, and it takes you 10 minutes to make up. And there you can just infuse it with a piece of thyme or whatever you want to add to it. Very, very simple, and absolutely amazing flavor. Okay. All right, so let's see where we are with our chicken. Okay. Hot. Beautiful. Okay. There. All right, so I'm going to see if those potatoes are cooked. Has any questions? Are we still okay there?
Nothing, Chef.
Oops. Okay, so those potatoes are looking good. I would say that they need just a little bit longer. in the hot oven. So I'll pop it back in. Maybe in the meantime, I can chat to you about dessert because I don't know how we're doing for time. Okay. Okay. I'm just waiting for the potatoes, just a few minutes. So, because I'm going to make it, but in the meantime, I'll just check quickly. I'm just looking for the. Yeah, that's it. All right. So, in terms of dessert, we've got a very nice range of carte or desserts, and I'm sure a lot of you could be familiar with the carte or chocolate mousse. We've got a white and a dark chocolate mousse. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a chocolate lava or a fondant using the chocolate mousse. We used to have a chocolate lava. We've discontinued it. We've still got a lot of customers asking for it. And so I'm going to just create a nice chocolate lava cake with that. So that will be the chocolate mousse. And then we also have, so we've got a whole range of desserts, really simple, really easy to work with, quick and easy. I mean, we're Christmas time now, or festive season. We've got your jellies, your custards for your trifle, mousses. We've got cheesecake. We've got beautiful sauces, chocolate sauce, wild berry sauce. We've got tiramisu, and you can infuse them and add all sorts of things to them. We've got creme caramel. We've got creme brulee. So really simple, easy to work out your cost, and easy to prepare. You don't need a lot of ingredients. So I'm going to make a very quick lava cake. But before I do that, I'm just quickly going to plate up my my hot meal, and then we can go on to that. Okay. All right, those potatoes should be fine now, cuts. Those are looking good. Whoosh. What? Okay. Okay, so you can add any other veggies you want to. I thought I would just keep it simple.
Chef Mary, you have a question here.
Yes.
Is it better to have more flavors in starters or mains?
More flavors and starters or mains. Well, the starters always whets your appetite. It's the starter. So, look, I think it all just depends what you're actually making. But for me, you always want to start with a beautiful starter that's got a lot of flavor. Just depends what you're making as well, because you also don't want it to overpower your palate, although you can do a palate cleanser. Yeah, I don't know if that answers your question. Okay. And then I've got chicken. Yeah. Keep that there in case I need something else. And then I just wanted, just the spoon to come back. No, don't worry, I'll use this. I just had veggies on it. Just want a bit of. So even with the bit of sauce that is left in the bottom, you could also create a nice little bit of. You could add some jus to it as well. So then you'll get the sweet chili jus, which will complement the the cranberries very nicely. Okay, and then just to top it off, I will add in, oh, we've got lots of green here. We need a bit of red, orange. Okay. All right, so if you can see that, that is loads of green veggies. We should be eating more veggies these days and less meat protein. One of these days there isn't going to be too much meat around. So there's your chicken, there's your little stuffing. So the stuffing with cranberry, veggie seasoning, feta cheese, and some fresh basil, some beautiful fresh veggies, and some oven roasted little baby potatoes with the chicken potato seasoning, a bit of black pepper, and just quickly popped in the oven. All right. Or you can pan fry them as well if you want to. Okay, very simple. There we go. Okay. All right. And sorry, I forgot to add my sesame seeds. I always forget something. There we are. Done. Thank you. Okay, so let's remove this. And we'll go on to the dessert custard. Thank you very much. I just want to mark the counter down quickly. Be a minute. Yep. Should be a big bowl there. So, guys, let's there. Sorry about that. I thought I was organized. Clearly not. Right. So let's go on to the dessert, which is going to be the lava cake. And this is really, really simple. So I've got 200 grams of chocolate mousse powder. I'm going to serve it. I have got 30 grams of cake flour. I've got 10 mils of baking powder. And then I have 250 mils of milk and 1 egg. So I'm going to pop the egg into there and whisk that together. I'm going to sift this. In the center of the lava cake, I've got a little bit of bar one, which I've chopped up, so 25 grams into 4. So this will make you 6 portions. I've greased my Daryl molds very well. So let's just sieve that. There we go. Okay, then I've got a bit of, this is just for to present on the plate. So a little bit of chocolate sauce, my egg, and I need to just whisk it through.
Mary, do you just want to bring your bowl a bit forward so we can see?
Oh, yeah, sure. Can you see there?
Yes.
Can you see there? Okay, so I've sieved the chocolate mousse powder, the flour, the baking powder, all right, into a bowl. Here I put the 1 egg and the 1 cup of milk. I'm just going to whisk the two together. And I'm going to just make a well in the center. And then just mix it in. Don't over mix it, just until it's mixed through. So just be gentle with it. If you have a look at my Instagram, it's Chef Worthington Mary. You will see I did post a little video on there about 2 weeks ago on how to make a chocolate lava with our hot or chocolate mousse. Okay, I think that's probably done. Oh. Okay. That's that. Plus I need 2 big spoons, please. Just one more like this.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Chef, you just want to bring it a bit closer so we can see.
Sure, of course. You want to look at the mixture. There we are. Okay, mixer's ready. I've got some bar one chopped up. So 25 grams cut it into 6 because it makes you 6. And then I have the little ramekins or dariole molds well greased and ready to go. Let's take the chicken out. So at this stage, I would just put on the glaze. All right, so that's the second batch. We don't need it now. What I do need to do is set my oven for 190. That's what I'm going to cook my lavas at. Okay. So I will put half into each. I have already greased my lavas. I will put half in here.
Can we come a little front, Chef Mary?
Because I'm going to put the chocolate in the middle. And you could add some alcohol. You can reduce the milk, add some alcohol if you would like to. It is the festive season. Everyone's there to relax. Come to your restaurant, your hotel, your establishment to relax and enjoy themselves. Okay, so I've gone halfway. I'm going to just pop in the chocolate piece, and that will melt in the center. Nice sticky, gooey toffee. Okay. And then I will just continue to top it up. I quite like to use a nice plastic scraper and get every last little drop out, so I don't believe in wastage. Okay, so just fill them up evenly so that you've got a good portion. And then we've got some biscuit crumble, we've got some hot or chocolate sauce, the 2-in-1 chocolate sauce, very nice for milkshakes. Drizzle over your ice cream. And this is going to now go in the oven. So if I can just show you there, it's going to go in the oven, 190. I'm going to just spread them out a little bit. For 8 to 9 minutes. Just depends how hot your oven is. Okay. Okay, so I'll just wait for that oven to heat up, and then we'll be ready to do the next. So here, with the biscuit crumble, because the chocolate mousse is instant and it's ready to eat, you're not cooking it. I actually had some leftover crunchies, so I actually crumbled them up. So you've got your oats and nutty So I was trying to bring in that festive season, and I actually just mixed a little bit. I took half a teaspoon of carte or chocolate mousse, and I actually just mix it in so that I sort of have that chocolate theme coming through on my plate. I've got a little bit of icing sugar, which I'll do a dusting of, and I've got the carte or chocolate sauce, which I'm going to just do a little layer over on the plate. So I'm just waiting for the oven to get hot enough. Okay, about 5 degrees away, and then I can pop those in the oven. So, Cass, maybe I can. Yeah. Okay, so we'll pop those in. And I will give them 9 minutes. So what I've done here, just to save a little bit of time, is I have already pre-cooked chocolate lava. So chocolate lava is nice to serve it warm. So you could slightly unbake it so you can just warm it up again. But for this purpose, as it's a demo, I'm going to just use it as is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and be creative, and I'm going to paint a splash of chocolate sauce across my plate. It's probably enough. Okay, so that's probably all you need, but you could use it as a drizzle. There's so many things you could do with it. Then I am going to do a bit of biscuit crumble. Thank you, Cass. So I'm looking for different textures. And then these cakes have already been cooked. So I'll put that there, like that. And then I've got a bit of ice cream, which I am hoping you can see that. Yep. Which I will put on top. And I've got some edible flowers. I should have some mint somewhere. Thanks. Here we are. Try again. So you can make a quenelle. If you were a very busy service, you can do your quenelles today. And to just pop, in fact, I might just put that on the side. That. It's not a very big piece of ice cream, or you can pop it right on top. So what will happen is that lava will just melt the ice cream and it'll be absolutely delicious. Okay, so we put a little one there. And then I've got some edible flowers. So I'll just pop those randomly. And I've got a bit of mint. Balance it a little bit. And this here I've got a little bit of icing sugar. Make it a bit snowy. Okay. right. So there is the chocolate lava. It would be nice and hot. You can just cut a portion and it should be nice and gooey inside. Beautiful, thank you, Cass. A bit of ice cream to go with it, some nice crumbles, so you get all the different textures coming through and a little bit of the sauce. Very, very simple. That literally just takes a few minutes, and then just freshen it up with a bit of mint and some edible flowers. Okay, if you wanted to drizzle chocolate sauce over the top, you could also do that. Okay, and that is it. Can we see there? Yep, there we are. All right, so I think just quickly, just to wrap up in terms of the festive season, I think it's all about planning, making sure you have enough staff, you have all your ingredients, you know what your menus are going to be, you've tested out your recipes, perhaps have done some photos so all the staff know if they're new dishes, know exactly what ingredients goes into those dishes, how to make them, how to prepare them, what they should look like. And I think also just in terms of kitchen capacity, that you've chosen menus or chosen recipes that you can actually execute. Because being the festive season, it's a very memorable occasion, and everyone's on holiday. It's that beautiful holiday season, and everyone just wants to come and relax while us are working really hard. So I think just to end off, if there aren't any questions, just to say thank you very, very much for all the support that we've had from you during the year. Don't forget to order your products in advance so that you're not disappointed. Remember that the roads are hectic and the deliveries might take a little bit longer than normal. And I think just make sure that you have got all your costings in place, your staff in place, your shifts in place, and enjoy. It's a very busy time in the kitchen, but it's also a fun, exciting time in the kitchen. I remember when I was in the kitchen, how many turkeys and gammons we had to make, and you were going to full capacity with all your staff. And I think when you look back and see what you've actually achieved, it's actually quite amazing to see how the kitchen just pushes out and turns out all that food day after day over the festive season. So thanks very much, guys. Please go and visit our ufest.com. All the recipes are there that I've shown you today. Follow me on Instagram. I'd really like that. Chef Worthington Mary. I'm looking for more followers, so please follow me if you're not. I do post on a regular basis. And enjoy your festive season. Stay safe. And I hope that you guys will get a nice rest and break after the festive season. And I hope that you have a bumper season and make lots of money, because that's what it's all about. Thank you, everybody. Bye till next year. Thank you.